Hello. It is our first lunch and learn. It is your girl Tanisha Shanae, Miss Inspiration here with an amazing topic. So this video is actually I'm here on Facebook and YouTube. So we're not on LinkedIn because the people that are on LinkedIn are there. So I have my delicious beet juice. So this is my pre-lunch to kind of help me get my energy so we can get through this quick. I'm not going to make this long. I want you to get the information, get your brain going so you can get to having your lunch as well. So thank you. Now I need you to do me a favor. I need you to tag two people that you know are not on LinkedIn and they're looking for a job and they're really trying to change their life. Tag them. If you have a Facebook group that caters towards job career readiness, share this in that group because this is information that I'm finding a lot of people don't know. They don't have the resources and they're not being told why. Okay, so I am Tanisha Shanae, and let's get started with our lunch and learn. Okay, so I will be sharing my screen. So, three reasons why you need a professional LinkedIn profile. So, before we get started, just to let you know who I am Tanisha Shanae. I am the founder of Purposeful Training and eLearning Consulting LLC. I have been a college professor for the last 10 plus years. Actually, this year makes 12 years that I have been teaching in adult education, higher ed. And of those 10 years, 10 plus years, I have been teaching courses such as career development and job readiness courses. I also do various workshops with organizations. So, this is something that I'm very passionate about. I want people to have the information that they need to be successful, to get the job and to keep the job. Okay. I'm really prone on those two concepts. Get the job, but I also want to help you to keep your job. So I also go over things such as like different soft skills. In addition to that, I am an author, inspirational speaker, and healthy lifestyle strategist. So if you have not, like I said, I have my beet juice. If you did not get your copy of my brand new ebook, Heal with Fruits and Vegetables, please definitely go to my website. You see at the bottom, tanishashanae.com/hello, and you will be able to get access to that ebook. Okay? So, what is LinkedIn? I want you to think about LinkedIn this way. LinkedIn is a professional social media network where users are going to create a profile that's going to highlight their current and prior work experience. Yes, it sounds like a resume, but this is not technically a resume. We do not want you to only upload your resumes, but we want you to connect with your different colleagues, your former colleagues, classmates, but also build a network that can help you advance into your next career opportunity. All right. LinkedIn is not like Facebook, it is not Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. However, if there are certain things that you're able to spend on a professional level, then definitely you want to share that on your LinkedIn. Let your connections know what you're working on, what you're doing. But we want to just be mindful that, certain pictures you do not want to put on your LinkedIn profile. So why do we want to use LinkedIn? Now, this is where we get to the nitty gritty. So I hope you got your pen and paper because I need you to take down some notes. All right. The reason why we need LinkedIn, especially if you're looking for a new opportunity, 85% of hiring managers are on LinkedIn looking for candidates like you. 90% of recruiters are on LinkedIn looking for candidates like you. If you're not on LinkedIn and you're only looking for jobs in one manner, if you're only applying for jobs on Indeed, you are missing out. Okay, there are people that are posting jobs, right? So LinkedIn has over 500 million users that are actively using LinkedIn. Some of those individuals work at organizations. They have connections, they have contacts, they have friends that will send them information about a job. And that job is not posted on any of the search engines that you're searching. So, again, if you're only using Indeed and you're only going through Indeed's job postings, You're missing what your connections could be presenting in front of you. That could be an opportunity that you are looking for, like the perfect ideal opportunity. So I want you to really think about that. What is it that you're missing? What is it that you're not seeing? And if you're not seeing the kind of jobs that you want, then you are going to probably want to consider going to LinkedIn and seeing what's going on over there. So, again, hiring managers, recruiters, over 85% to 90% are on LinkedIn looking for candidates. Okay. So, if you're not there, if they cannot find your professional social media footprint, then you're missing. And this is why I see and I hear so many individuals, they're looking for more money, they want this kind of job and they can't find it. And the moment that I ask them, well, are you on LinkedIn? The first answer most commonly is no. Or if they do have a LinkedIn profile, they're not using it. So I want you to get into this mindset of saying, okay, I'm spending a lot of time on Facebook. I'm spending a lot of time on other social media. I'm spending a lot of time on Indeed, or some of you are on Glassdoor. And you're thinking like, this is all that I can see. There's a lot more over in that world called LinkedIn. Okay. So I want you, and I'm going to give you 3 reasons. This is not why, this is not the 3 reasons that I'm referring to. Okay. So the three reasons why you need an active profile. First thing is that recruiters are seeking candidates to solve problems. All right. So I want you to envision that. They're looking for a candidate to solve one of their problems. Well, guess what? You are now going to use your profile to position yourself as a problem solver that a company needs. You are going to position yourself as a problem solver a company needs. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you're not only going to just put up your resume, you're going to now, if you do it the right way, and I can show you how that works, right? But you have to put that, and you have to first start seeing yourself as a problem solver. That's one of the real problems, is that a lot of people are not seeing themselves as a problem solver. They're just seeing themselves as a job seeker. I'm just looking for a job. I need to pay my bills. Absolutely. Companies know that. But this is a give and take. Yes, they want to give you money, but they're not going to just give you money just to give you money. They want to give you the best amount of money, the most money that's going to help you to pay your bills, make sure that your children are sustained, make sure that your lifestyle that you desire, but they're looking for you to come on board, not to just work there, but to solve some problems. So when you are using your profile the correct way and it's active and you're positioning yourself as a problem solver, you will start to get that 90% of recruiters that are on there, they're going to start coming to you, start coming to your profile, start coming to your inbox saying, hey, I noticed that you can have that you have this skill, and I think this would be a perfect opportunity for you to consider. This is what we want. That's what we want, right? We have to start changing the mindset of how work goes, of how looking for a job. So often we think we're the ones out there looking. Recruiters are looking as well. It can go 2 ways. Okay. So that's the first way. Recruiters are looking for candidates to solve their problems. You are going to use your profile to position yourself as a problem solver. Second thing, recruiters and even potential clients, they want to see what you can do. They want to see your work. So I'm really talking about, like, I'm an instructional designer. So instructional designers, you definitely want to kind of have an example of what kind of work. Um, I even I've helped teachers to, put up sample lesson plans, very simple, not stuff that like someone's going to come and take your stuff, but very simple lesson plans that they can put. I have even put on my profile a sample of my teachings, right? Because I am a facilitator, so I want to be able to show people this is what I can do. Because oftentimes one of the things that they need us to do is to do a demo. So if you are showing them, they can see that there is a place on LinkedIn that you can showcase samples of your work. Okay? Do you think about this? Now, a lot of you, depending on your career, depending on what path you are on, you have probably had job interviews that said, okay, second interview, they like you, they want to move you on. And then so the next thing is, all right, can you provide a work sample? Or they give you questions and they want you to work through that. Here's 24 hours, send us back a response. Again, as a facilitator or a teacher, they want to see you, teach. If you have this already, on your profile. All you got to say is, oh, you didn't see that? Hey, here's the link to such and such page on my LinkedIn profile, right? Take them back to your LinkedIn. This way that they can see there is a place on the LinkedIn profile that you can display your work examples. Guys, this is going to help people to really make more better decisions of who you are because they're able to see. They're not just listening to what you're saying. They're not just hearing what you're saying. They're able to actually visualize that. So when we start to think about that in that manner, and we start looking like, dang, I don't need a whole separate website anymore. People used to have websites that would have their work samples. Let LinkedIn be that website for you. Save money on that domain. Okay, save money on giving to WordPress or to Wix or anywhere else. Let LinkedIn be that profile for you. Okay, you ready for the third one? Let me know if you're ready for the third one. Recruiters want to know what others say about you. Now, this is something that a lot of people don't even know about LinkedIn. But there is a place on LinkedIn profiles where you can have recommendations. Now, you can give recommendations the same way you would with anyone else. I'm a college professor, so I've always had students, hey, professor, can you write me a recommendation for this, right? If we get into this habit, this practice of saying, hey, let me get one of my former professors, let me get one of my former supervisors, even a colleague, right, to recommend you. Now, on LinkedIn, they do it in two different manners. They can have a list of your skills and people can highlight, like, yeah, this person is very proficient in this. I highly recommend them for this. I have people that recommend me for Microsoft Excel, because that's a course that I teach, career readiness, because that's something that I teach, healthy living, because that is something that I teach. There's that aspect, but then there's an actual place where people can write a recommendation. And we want to use that because, again, what are others saying about you? That is actually a very common question in interviews. So if you already have this set up, that person could sit through your profile. Oh, okay. All right. And if that person, depending on how that person settings on their profile, that person can go to that individual's profile and kind of confirm and see, like, okay, is this person legit? Did they actually work together? Was there any kind of like true relationship? Some people might not even care about that because, again, depending on settings on profiles, they might not be able to see that person's profile itself. They could just see their name, their titles. But if we use this, I'm telling you, you have a one-stop shop of who you are professionally. And people will be able to gauge who you are. And the more that we use this, like I'm actually going to be doing something with recommendations soon with my network because, again, we don't, we like each other's profiles, we read each other's comments, but we don't recommend one another. So we want to start to recommend, like I'll go and I'll recommend people that I have actually worked with, like coaches that I have worked with. I have a few students that have asked me, hey, Professor Williams, can you write this recommendation? Absolutely. Is your LinkedIn? That's the first thing I tell my students. Get you a LinkedIn profile and I will write you a recommendation on your LinkedIn profile. This way, you don't have to email me 5 years later. I might not be at that institution anymore. Most of them only have the work email. So if you have this, I can go right there and it's going to stay on your profile until you delete it. I don't think that I can go back and delete it, but it will stay on your profile. So someone is going to be able to say, hey, what would a professor say about you? Or what would a former supervisor say about you? Hey, you can go straight to my LinkedIn and this is what one of my professors said about me, and this is what a former supervisor said about me, word for word. Beautiful, right? It's no longer you. This is what I think that they would say. They now have a place where they can see what other people are saying about you. Do you understand? Guys, I'm telling y'all, if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, you feel like it is not necessary, you feel like it's too much work, I don't want to do all that, I don't need another social media, I absolutely understand, but I'm telling you, this is the one that you need to spend time with. This is the one. No matter what, and there's so many positions out there, entry level, right? To senior vice president, CEOs. Like I've seen it all on LinkedIn. So don't think that, oh, I have to have a degree in order to have a profile. Lies. I have to have 5 years of experience before I can get it on LinkedIn. Lies. Stop telling yourself these narratives and start going on there and just doing the work. Build the profile. And when I say build a profile, I don't mean just upload your resume, because that is not building your profile. There are so many amazing parts to LinkedIn that can help you stand out as a candidate. That if you take the time, and yes, I know it sounds very draining. It's like, oh, I gotta sit here. I totally understand, because the resume process itself, by itself, is super emotional. And I definitely understand that. I know that my students have always been the most emotional when it came down to writing that resume. So I know that you're gonna probably have to take some time to really start to wrap your mind around, like, how do I see myself as a problem solver? What kind of work samples could I possibly provide? I want to help you, right? To think outside of the box as you're building this profile, because I feel like this is going to be one of the most important profiles that you have ever created. Not your dating website, not your Facebook, not TikTok, but your LinkedIn profile can change the trajectory of your life. And I guarantee you that is the truth. So I do have a workshop coming up, and it's called Let's Build Your LinkedIn Profile. And this is going to be a live instructor led workshop. So this is not going to be a pre recording. This is going to be live, where you can ask questions. You can actually come and you can see what it is. I can give you examples. I can show you how you show up in searches. What are they searching, right? So you're able to see all of that. I will give you the updated, because LinkedIn has done some updates to their profile. So I will give you my updated LinkedIn profile blueprint. Now, you would get that before the workshop. I want you to start to outline. So it will look similar to a job application, but we're going to put that, you'll have that blueprint. It will be a Google Docs document. You will get access to it, and you'll be able to start to outline based off of what you see on that blueprint. Now, when you come to this workshop, it's going to be a 2-hour intensive workshop where we're going to go over each part that is definitely important. And then we're going to definitely, give you some time to practice, and again, to ask questions. Now, this is something that you think is very beneficial for you, that you want to definitely be a part of. It is February 5th, 2020, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a small fee of $14.99. I'm not charging an arm and a leg for this. I want to give you as much quality information for your time, but I also want you to walk away knowing, like, yo, I have like a good handle of how to make my profile really efficient and make it work for you. The last thing that I decided to do is I will be adding a bonus office hour. So the following week, and that would be, sorry y'all, February 12th, I will do a special for this particular group. Anyone that signs up, we will be able to come back on the 12th together, and you will be able to ask, again, follow-up questions. If you want to share your screen and show what your profile looks like. And then also, right, we will have a community of people that you can now start to connect with. So the people that will be at that workshop with you, they will become one of your first connections if you are not on LinkedIn. And then again, as we continue to build this momentum, then we start looking at different aspects, such as recommendations, such as, how to build your portfolio for your work samples, things like that. We're not going to touch on that too much, but we're going to really touch on how to get that profile built, how to get, how to address all of those key significant sections so that you would get the results that you need in order for you to show up in front of those hiring managers, in front of those recruiters that are going to knock on your door. And as you're building this, it's going to give you even more courage to start, putting yourself out there professionally, and start seeing that there's a whole world that is waiting for you, and you just have to meet it there. Okay. So this is something that you're interested in. You can definitely go to TanishaShanae.com/hello. Look at the link. It's the third link on that page, and you can sign up. You will get your blueprint. You will get the information for the Zoom, and we will get started. So I will meet you on February 5th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for 2 hours. And then again on the 12th for an hour. And it might be longer depending on how many people sign up. Because again, I want to give everyone an opportunity to share, to ask any follow-up questions, anything that might be confusing. I want you to walk away feeling confident as you are building this workshop. So I look forward to seeing you on the 5th and again on the 12th. And as always, I hope this lunch and learn was amazing. I hope it gave you some insight. Hope it gave you the aha moment of like, this is where I need to go, no matter where you are in your job search, entry level, or you're looking for your next senior level executive. If you're not on LinkedIn, this workshop is for you. I hope this lunch and learn is great. Go ahead, eat your lunch. Stay on. For those that are on the East Coast, we know we got some snow today. Stay warm, get you some hot soup or maybe a hot cup of coffee or tea, and go ahead and start thinking about, building this workshop. Building this profile. And even if you don't sign up for the workshop, no problem. But go out there and start working on your profile. I'm Tanisha Shanae, Miss Inspiration, and I hope you guys have an amazing day today. Have a good one.